Cut the music. Cut the music. We back, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. It's your host, A.n. And this is Robes and Reviews. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so very much, my friends. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Hey, sit down. You sit down. Don't you throw them drawers over here. I know you want to. Maybe later. Anyway. So, matter of fact, let's take it a little bit before today. So, day before yesterday, right? Taking the trash out. And I'm hearing these crazy weird noises out back. It was late too. It was cats, right? And then they just started going at it. I like looked around the back and it was like two cats boxing. The craziest shit ever, right? But the thing about it was that got me was the fact that they were like standing on their hind legs and they were boxing, right? So it got me thinking, like, what other animals on the planet like actually have like these styles or, you know, these techniques for fighting? You know, I mean, look at martial arts. A lot of martial arts are developed from observing nature, right? So, figured, you know, evening session. I got my tea, the robes, and I got y'all to watch it. So let's do it. Y'all ready? Let's jump right in.
How much do you know about weapons? An arrow can pierce a bone. A bullet fired from a pistol will easily pass through a wooden door. An AK-47 can shoot through a brick wall. Humanity has come a long way to improve its weapons and make them perfect. But there are other weapons much more powerful than ours. The weapons of the animals. What if I tell you that a lemur is faster than a fighter jet and a small mouse can eat a skyscraper?
No.
But first things first. This is a spitting cobra. It looks just like any other cobra. That is, you should stay away from it. Aside from a venomous bite, this snake has learned to spit toxins to hit the enemy's eyes. That is, it aims right at the eyes. For intact skin, the venom's almost harmless. But if it gets on the ocular mucous membrane, it'll lead to irreversible damage. The spitting cobras know exactly where to aim. A cornered animal can spit venom to a distance of 6.5 feet and hit the target.
6.5 feet. That's not...
Let's be grateful to nature that snakes use spitting as a way of self-defense, not a weapon to attack with. Though this doesn't mean a spitting cobra can't bite you. This is the way it hunts, just as snakes are supposed to. But just think about it. Evolution has given snakes venom with different effects. It can blind, stop the heart, paralyze, cause bleeding, death of tissues, incite suffocation. However, the most powerful venom is the one of the golden lancehead. Of course, there are different ways of comparing venoms. For example, by how fast they act, or by the amount of toxin that must enter the body to cause irreversible damage. But here's a fact. People who have encountered golden lancehead, even for scientific purposes, say that its venom can literally melt human flesh. Perhaps even if it gets on the skin. Honestly, I would want to check that. According to some information, a person bitten by golden lancehead can die within an hour. The good news is, this snake is only found in uninhabited areas of the closed island Imada Grande, which is also known as Snake Island. You've probably heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Snake Island is nuts. And I'm happy that that's only found there. Let's all be thankful of that, right? Alright, let's not even waste time. Let's keep it going. That's, wow, melt flesh.
Place. There you'll find about 1 snake per 10 square feet, and most of them can end a human's life with just 1 bite. But hey, this was only the first stage in the development of animal weapons. Now check this out. Grasshopper mice, mouse lemurs, a giant horned lizard, and that spider from Harry Potter. Okay, these guys are actually called whip spiders, but all of these animals have simply incredible weapons. Grasshopper mice are cute little fluff balls that are not only immune to the venom of snakes and scorpions, but also possess incredible strength. Let's compare them with the jaguar.
Oh, I've heard of them.
With the strongest bite. It's strong enough to bite through a coconut in one motion. But if grasshopper mice were the size of jaguars, they could crush concrete slabs 6 inches thick with just one bite.
Wow.
You know, this fact would make the classic human problem with mice at home way more serious.
Facts.
Mouse lemurs don't look more formidable than hamsters, or even cuter. But this doesn't stop them from reaching an incredible speed. They cover a distance of a little less than 3 feet in 0.1 second. That is, they accelerate to 4 miles per hour in 0.05 seconds. If mouse lemurs were the size of an F-18 jet fighter, it'd be a very weird world. But still, the fighter jet reaches a speed of 200 miles per hour in just 7.2 seconds. But our enlarged mouse lemur would accelerate to almost 250 miles per hour in 5.2 seconds.
Yo.
That is, it would be faster than a fighter jet.
Time out. You remember the never-ending story? Could you imagine riding like that? Like that? That'll be crazy. That thing's moving like a missile. But I mean, nature's nature, so you know. But that's pretty wild just to even think about the math behind it. Let's carry on.
Potter. That's not only a tool for learning unforgivable curses, it's also a damn excavator in the animal world. Whip spiders are incredibly flexible. They can squeeze into any gap to attack prey from there, or rise to a seemingly unlikely height.
It's
to
gonna
make it clear,
get its
let's pretend
prey
it got
like
bigger too.
fast.
A typical house demolition excavator can reach, well, the
hunt.
3rd floor. A spider excavator of the same size would have made it to the 7th. I think we picked the wrong monster to play Godzilla. Okay, what about the giant horned lizard? It looks quite harmless, though it can carry objects 7 times heavier than its own weight. Who else could do that? Perhaps some hefty bull? But with the same size, the lizard would be twice as strong. This means that this creature could easily turn over bulls, SUVs, and everyone who does not have time to get out of the way quickly enough. I look at all this and wonder why we humans didn't get some super weapon from evolution. No strong bite or speed like that of a jet fighter? Not fair. But it looks like we got a good deal anyway. Instead of all these weapons, we got intelligence. If it's taken away, then perhaps evolution will give us something else. Poor humans. So silly. Okay, I'll give them a carapace. For the forehead. However, this doesn't mean the animals did not get any intelligence at all. If you've watched at least a couple of videos on my channel, you know that many of the wild nature creatures are way smarter than they might seem at first glance. Actually, they even fight using different styles and tactics. For example, animals will choose the spot to inflict maximum damage on the enemy and deliberately hit it over and over again. Well, otherwise they'll spend more energy, and each animal needs to think about its stamina. If it were not for intelligence, they would all fight, swinging their paws, tails, trunks, heads, or whatever else they could. Not the best plan in terms of survival, huh? That's why some animals went one step further and developed their own styles of martial arts. Pig style. Warthogs are strong animals, so most often they put their heads against each other and push. And push, and push again, until one of the opponents yields. At this moment, the warthog uses its large, upturned tusks. They're perfect for grabbing an enemy, spinning it to the side, and then attacking, so to speak, from the flank, or hit the unprotected shoulder. Rat style. These animals often try to attack the enemy unnoticed, from behind. In a serious fight, they bite sides, aiming at the bottom, scratch and swing their tails. They charge into the battle with a loud squeak. This signalizes aggression. Actually, if you look at a rat fight scheme, and then at some step-by-step instructions for a human fight, you won't see much of a difference. I mean, we certainly use different techniques, and humans don't have a tail, but the concept is roughly the same. Kangaroo style. Everyone knows kangaroos are practically professional boxers, but they don't quite follow the rules of the ring. These guys focus on their hind legs and tail. That is, they prefer to kick as hard as they can, aiming at the stomach. In an upright position, kangaroos begin the fight by grasping the neck of another kangaroo with their forepaws. They extend their claws, hit their opponent with their paws in the chest, neck, shoulder, and head, and of course they aim for the eyes. The kangaroos have no venom, but they know perfectly well that a blinded enemy is a weak enemy. Another technique is to drag the enemy into the water and drown him, although this is not much like a martial art.
Yo, I've heard of kangaroos doing that to dogs. I've actually watched, I think, a video of a kangaroo like fighting off a few dogs, and it grabbed one of the dogs and like drug it into like a pond or something, and I think like the owner had to go in there and handle it. I don't want to make this up, but I'm gonna have to find that video. But yo, kangaroos are nuts. That's hype. That's intelligence right there. We can't even beat around the bush, but let's carry on.
But the most legendary fighting style is, of course, the penguin style. It's all about looking menacingly. Don't mess with the penguins, guys. Hey, what's your problem? What's your problem? Give up! No, you give up. Of course, none of these fighting styles appeared out of nowhere. Many animals practice it. Of course, they come across suitable partners for sparring. Birds, wild mammals, even your cat can do it. Fighting moves are practiced in play fights. Animals imitate bites, compete with each other, pretend to be hunting or fighting over a female. But of course, it stays within the boundaries of the game. No one is injured or offended, and the fight ends the moment the loser submits.
Them cats that I saw the other night, they weren't playing. They were banging, like going at it. Whew. I could have broke it up, but it was just too interesting. I'm sorry. Peter, don't come after me. Please.
But while some animals play with each other to learn how to live in the harsh world of the wild, others have gone one step further, and they took up arms. You think I'll start talking about some monkeys who discovered they can beat each other with sticks? The Belarusian hunter was calmly going about his hunting business and suddenly got a bullet in the leg, right in the middle of the forest. Can you imagine how surprised the doctors were when they heard this story?
What?
As it turned out later, the man shot the fox. Well, at least that's what he thought. But when the hunter approached the animal to finish it off, the fox suddenly jumped on him and during a short fight pulled the trigger with its paw.
Yo!
Did I miss something? Have they already made a crossover of Zootopia and John Wick? As a result, the bullet hit the hunter in the leg, and the fox escaped into the bushes nearby.
Yes!
How unlucky do you have to be to get shot by the fox? All right, this is just an accident. Well, it seems like that.
Yo, my man is like Star Fox. That's what I'm gonna call him, Star Fox. Look at his face. It's crazy. But could you imagine? You know what? I'm not even mad. Because you go out in nature. I understand hunting, hunters, okay. But I mean, it's fair. You got shot by a fox. You gotta live with that for the rest of your life. Oh my God. Alright, let's keep going.
Conflict that happened between the Steller's jay and an ordinary American crow is an entirely different story.
They're smart.
I found this episode in the 2007 Wilson Journal of Ornithology. The jay and the crow fought over the feeder. And in the end, the jay flew into the nearest bush, broke the stick off, and attacked the crow with it. The crow lunged at the jay, it dropped the stick, the crow picked it up, and, no seriously, it flew after the rival with this damn stick. This may be the first time a bird has held an object and used it to attack another bird. Usually, crows pick out all sorts of goodies with sticks. Nobody knows how this story ended, but rumors say their battle is still raging. And it has reached a galactic proportion. See you later.
Yo, okay, well, there you have it. Oh my goodness. That last one is insane. I think they're corvids. I gotta look it up, but those birds are incredibly intelligent. And for the fact that one of them took up arms with a stick, right? And started using it to fight the other, and then the other one beat him up, took the stick and flew after him with it. It's like they know, they're clearly aware of what they're doing. That's incredible. So the next time y'all are out there in nature and you see a crow, birds, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just the simplest thing, ants moving around, beetles, whatever. Just remember, they're conscious too. They're thinking. They're aware. They're alert. And if you don't pay attention, they might beat the hell out of you with a stick or something. Anyway, man, thanks again for coming. Y'all already know what it is, man. Nothing but love to y'all. This is your host, A.n. for Robes and Review, and I'm out. I'm still kind of like dazed by that last one. It's pretty crazy, but yeah, whatever. All right. See y'all later. Peace.